Today we will discuss minerals and energy resources, part 2. We will be looking at the conventional sources of energy, that is coal, petroleum and natural gas, their distribution, advantages and disadvantages. So, what are the conventional sources of energy? The conventional sources of energy are coal, petroleum and natural gas, and hydroelectricity. But in this PPT, we will focus mainly on coal, petroleum, and natural gas. Coal comes under a mineral fuel. Coal is the basic source of energy. It plays an important role in industries as a source of power. It can be converted into gas, oil, electricity, and thermal power. Coal forms a basic raw material for the production of chemicals, dyes, fertilizers, synthetics, and explosives. It is used in the steel industry for smelting iron ores. Formation and occurrence of coal. Formation: decomposed vegetative matter under heat and pressure after millions of years changes into coals. The occurrence of coal. Coal lies in the sedimentary rock stratas of the river valleys. Let us take a look at the formation of coal. There are three main factors involved: time, pressure, and heat. And all three play a very important part in defining the quality of coal. Technically, there are four qualities of coal: peat, lignite, bituminous, and anthracite. Anthracite has the most heat, most pressure, and most time, and therefore it is the best quality of coal, having a carbon content of over 80%. Bituminous ranks second. There is heat, there is pressure and time, but not as much as anthracite. But it is a good coal, having 60 to 80% carbon content, and it is also coking coal. Coking coal used in the smelting of iron ores. Then we come to the third quality of coal, lignite. It is also known as a brown coal. As you can see in the diagram, less heat, less pressure, less time, more of moisture, more of sulfur. So it doesn't burn as good as bituminous and anthracite. And the last, that is the most inferior quality, is peat. It has hardly any time, pressure, not much heat, and therefore it comes under the category of being the poorest in terms of quality of coal. So just to recap, four types of coal in order of its quality. Anthracite the best, second comes bituminous, third comes lignite, fourth comes peat. What are the factors involved in the formation of coal? Time, pressure, and heat. Let us take a look at a cross section of the formation of coal. So right on top, huge forests grew around 300 million years ago, covered most of the earth. The vegetation dies and forms peat. The peat is compressed between sediment layers to form lignite. Further compression forms bituminous and subbituminous coal. Eventually, with more pressure, time and heat, anthracite forms. Now let us take a look at the types of coal and their characteristics. Anthracite, 80% carbon content. It is a hard coal, black in nature. It burns slowly without smoke or soot. This is the best quality of coal and is found only in Jammu and Kashmir. Bituminous, 60 to 80% carbon. It can be subdivided into coking coal, gas coal, steam coal. It burns nearly smokeless because of its high carbon content. It is the most commonly used type of coal and is found in Bihar, Jharkhand and West Bengal. Lignite, less than 60% carbon content, also known as brown coal for its dark brown color. It gives off moderately low amount of heat. It contains moisture and is found in Rajasthan and Neyveli in Tamil Nadu. Peat, very poor carbon content, less than 40%. It is the first stage of transformation of wood into coal and is loose in structure. It gives less heat, emits more smoke, leaves a lot of ash after burning. It contains lots of moisture and is found in Assam and in Rajasthan. The byproducts of coal are benzol, ammonia gas, naphtha, phenol tar, and sulfur. I repeat, byproducts of coal: benzol, ammonia gas, naphtha, phenol tar, and sulfur. Distribution of coal. India is the largest producer of coal in South Asia. It has large reserves of bituminous coal. India also has anthracite coal, lignite coal, as well as peat. Coal fields in India are grouped in two categories: Gondwana coal fields and tertiary coal fields. Gondwana coal fields, more than 98% of Indian coal of anthracite and bituminous coal is found here. Older coal fields have high grade coal, free from moisture, has less sulfur and phosphorus in small quantities, gives more heat, emits less smoke and ash, found in West Bengal, Bihar, and Jharkhand. Tertiary coal fields are younger coal fields, less than 2% of Indian coal of lignite and peat variety. Newer coal fields having low carbon percentage, high percentage of moisture and sulfur, gives less heat, emits more smoke and ash. Mainly found in Assam, Rajasthan, and Tamil Nadu. Important coal fields of Gondwana coal. Let us take a look at the states and important coal fields in those states. West Bengal, Raniganj. In fact, Raniganj is the first coal mine in India which opened in 1774. Jharkhand, having coal fields Jharia and Bokaro. Andhra Pradesh, having Singareni and Kothagudem. Chhattisgarh, Singrauli, Korba. Maharashtra, Kamptee, Wardha. Madhya Pradesh, Pench Valley, Shahdol. Orissa, Talcher and Sambalpur. Let us take a look at the important coal fields of tertiary coal. Kashmir, Riyasi. Assam, Lakhimpur. Arunachal Pradesh, Namchik. Nagaland, Borjan, Tiensan. Meghalaya, Western Dharangari, Balfak. Rajasthan, Palu. Tamil Nadu, Neyveli and Mannargudi. Problems of coal mining in India. Despite the large production of coal, many areas cannot get coal in time or in sufficient quantities because of the transport bottleneck. The heavy transportation caused by the railways over long distances increases the cost of production of goods made in the industries located far away. The second problem of coal mining is the inadequate supply of power hampering production. The third problem, the establishment of washeries, is an urgent need of the coal industry. Many million tons of impurities move with coal, which, if washed, would reduce the burden of transport. Indian coal has high ash content. This reduces the energy production by coal and creates the problem of ash disposal. Many of the mines lack adequate infrastructure. They are so small that they cannot have mechanization for coal cutting. As a result, the out of coal per man per shift is comparatively low in India. Coal mines incur heavy losses due to fires in the mines. The pilferage at several stages of production and during transport adds to the losses. Obsolete methods of mining and irregular attendance of laborers reduces the productivity of coal. So, what are the remedial measures? The progress of coal production means progress of many other industries. Hence, there is a need to explore new reserves of coal. Selective mining should be discouraged to prevent wastage of coal. New techniques of mining, production, and use of coal should be adopted. Small collieries should be amalgamated and be made economically viable units. Low-grade coal should be blended with superior quality so that it could be used in industries. The public sector alone cannot meet the increasing demand for coal. Therefore, private sector investment in the coal sector should be encouraged. We come to the second mineral fuel, petroleum or mineral oil. The word petroleum is derived from two Latin words, petro meaning rock and oleum meaning oil. Thus, petroleum is oil obtained from rocks, particularly from sedimentary rocks. Where is the occurrence of petroleum? Petroleum occurs in association with natural gas and water. It lies in the sedimentary rock formations like sandstone, limestone, or shale. Petroleum or mineral oil. Petroleum originated from the organic decomposition of the remains of marine creatures deposited in the mud or silt on the seabed hundreds of millions of years ago. Great pressure and heat changes the organic matter into oil and gas. Petroleum originated from the organic decomposition of the remains of marine creatures, I repeat, in the mud or silt on the seabed hundreds of millions of years ago. Great pressure and heat changes the organic matter into oil and gas. Take a look at the picture. Water, you can see the first picture, water and decayed organic minerals. Then we see a layer of sedimentary rock. Above this decayed matter, it's a trapped fossils. And with many years and with pressure, you can see the formation of natural gas and oil. The uses of petroleum. Petroleum is used as a source of power and fuel for automobiles, locomotives, planes and ships. It is used for the generation of power. Just to let you know, crude petroleum is black in color. And from this petroleum, these are the various products which we get. So crude petroleum yields various products such as petrol, which is golden in color, diesel, black in color, kerosene, blue in color, oil, bitumen, and aviation fuel. Now let us see some byproducts of petroleum. Lubricants, Vaseline and soap are major byproducts of petroleum. In fact, if you can take a look at the picture of Vaseline, very clearly underneath it will be written white petroleum jelly. Now here is a give reason. Why are most refineries located on the coast? In South Asian countries, most of the petroleum is imported from other countries. That is why many of the refineries have coastal location. So they save on transport and time. Distribution. India is a major producer of petroleum in South Asia. Mineral oil reserves are found mainly in Gujarat and Assam. In Assam, Digboy is the oldest oil field, started in 1882. Then the other oil fields are Naharkhatia, Moran, Rudrasagar, Sipsagar, Bapapung, Husanpur. In Gujarat, the various oil fields are Ankleshwar, Lunej, Kalol, Kosambi, Mehsana and Dholka. Rajasthan has important oil fields. Important oil fields have been discovered in the Barmer district of Rajasthan in 2004. The Mangla oil field was discovered in 2004, has about 1 billion barrels of recoverable oil. Rajasthan is now the second largest producer, next only to offshore oil fields of Mumbai High and Basin. The Mumbai High offshore oil field. The Mumbai High oil fields are located about 176 kilometers northwest of Mumbai. Today it is the largest oil producing region in India. Petroleum is taken out from a depth of about 1400 meters with the help of a specially designed platform known as Sagar Samrat. This petroleum has a higher percentage of petrol and kerosene. Outside Assam and Gujarat, the biggest strike of oil was made in 1974 by the Oil and Natural Gas Commission (ONGC) on the continental shelf of West Coast. Mumbai High, 120 kilometers away from Mumbai in the Arabian Sea. New oil fields have been found in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Rajasthan, Coromandel Coast, Cambay Coast, and Krishna Godavari Basin. Besides Mumbai High, other offshore oil fields are at Basin, located further south, and Aliabad Island, close to Bhavnagar, in the Gulf of Cambay. ONGC, Oil India Limited, and Reliance India is entrusted with the work of oil exploration. Oil refineries, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, etc., are engaged in the refining of crude oil. Since two-thirds of the petroleum is imported, the refineries are located near the coast, as in Mumbai, Chennai, Jamnagar, Vishakhapatnam, Haldia, and Kochi. They import crude oil from the Gulf countries and Malaysia. There are 17 big refineries altogether in India, of which Mangalore Refinery is in the joint sector and the Reliance Petroleum Limited in Jamnagar is in the private sector. The public sector refineries under IOCL or Indian Oil Corporation Limited are at Mathura, Barauni, Haldia, Guwahati, Koyali, Panipat, Bongaon, and Digboi. Let us see some of the refineries on the map of India. We can see Panipat, Mathura, Barauni, Haldia, Paradip, Vizag, Tatpakka, Chennai, Kochi, Mangalore, Mumbai, Koyali, and also Bhatinda. So these are some of the important refineries. Today there are more than 20 oil refineries in India. Initially, the tendency was to locate the refinery near the seacoast. It facilitated the import of crude oil and disposal of waste into the sea. Now refineries are located close to the market. Reliance Industry has built the world's largest refinery at Jamnagar, Gujarat, which was commissioned in 1999. Let us take a look at the oil refineries in India according to the state. Digboi, the oldest refinery, is in Assam. Then we have two Trombay refineries, one by HPCL, the other by BPCL. Obviously, both are in Maharashtra. Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, Nunamati, Assam, Barauni, Bihar, Koyali, Gujarat, Kochi, Kerala, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Haldia, West Bengal, Bongaigaon, Assam, Mathura, Uttar Pradesh, Mangaluru, Karnataka, Jamnagar, Gujarat, Panipat, Haryana, Tatpakka, Andhra Pradesh, Nagapattinam, Tamil Nadu, Bhatinda, Punjab, Veena, Madhya Pradesh, and Vadinar, Gujarat. I'm sure you've noticed these same oil refinery locations in the earlier slide. We now come to natural gas. Natural gas is generally associated with petroleum fields. The oil is lighter than water that it collects above the surface of water. Gas is still lighter. This occurs above oil. Thus, on drilling an oil well, one finds natural gas followed by oil. The gas is not always an indication of an oil reservoir. Natural gas is fast becoming an important source of energy in India. Most come from Assam, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. After 1985, natural gas was discovered in Kaveri Basin, Khambat Basin, and in Jaisalmer Basin. The gas discoveries by Reliance Industry in Godavari Krishna Offshore Basin are probably the largest in the world. These fields are 200 kilometers off the coast of Visakhapatnam in the sea. In 2005, ONGC found gas in shallow waters of the Krishna Godavari Basin, which can be used as fuel for fertilizer plants, power generation, and for running transport system. The Gas Authority of India was set up in 1984 for the transportation, processing, and marketing of natural gas. There are two types of gas: LPG, that is liquefied petroleum gas, and CNG, which is compressed natural gas. LPG is a fuel used in domestic households, while CNG is used in vehicles. We now discuss conservation of petroleum products. Why do we need to conserve them? Because the bulk consumer of petroleum is the transport industry, the households, and agricultural sectors. The transport sector is the largest consumer, and road transport alone accounts for more than one third of the total oil consumption in India. So, how do we reduce the dependence on petroleum and its products? It is very well said by the Petroleum Conservation Research Association. Every drop is precious. Therefore, these are the steps. Railways have already started electrification of tracks, so less dependence on diesel. More public transport services on the road to reduce private vehicles. The Petroleum Conservation Research Association has been conducting public awareness campaigns for promoting energy conservation in the petroleum sector. Thank you. And so we come to the end of the second part of mineral and energy resources. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe and do hit the like button. Thank you.